All right, good. I got 20% of the audience to applaud, which means none of you want to see comedy right now. Perfect. That is exactly what I want to see. Because the last act, he had like audience participation, and there was clapping, and everybody was singing, and I get up here and I'm just like, hey, dicks, shut up. So I apologize. What I do is barely art. But what is art is Mike's dancing every week. I just want to... Can we get a round of applause for Mike's dancing every week? Because he looks like a wacky inflatable arm man. Every night he's here, his favorite dance club is called Kindergarten. And I love you for it, Mike. It's wonderful. And give it up for when he plays, because this is the classiest beer-serving bar I've ever been to. It's so classy, they have Star Trek beer, guys. If you can't tell by what I dress like, this is my thing, okay? It's made with hops, virginity, and D&D characters that never worked out. So clearly that's my bag. I just got hired as a teacher. I'm gonna be a teacher. Yeah, surprise, surprise. Your head looks like a penis, sir. Surprise, surprise. All right. So if you can't tell, I'm gonna be a middle school teacher with that repartee. He says something to me, I'm like, dicks, 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 dicks. So I come back with. But I'm terrified. I am terrified because middle school is the worst time for everybody on the face of the earth. Even the bullies had a bad time in middle school. I had so many nicknames in middle school. My favorite nickname in middle school was Wolf because I started growing a beard at 12. Another interesting nickname, it was really creative. It was, what do they call me? Faggot. That was another interesting nickname that they called me. And it wasn't even like I'm gay. It was just I was friends with the kid with the lisp. But he had a way worse nickname. His nickname was so bad, they used to call him David. That was his nickname, so, I mean, he got it way worse than I did. I mean, how bad is it when the kid that hangs out with the kid who everyone thinks is gay gets made fun of more than the gay kid himself? He had way more friends than I did. He was doing me a favor. Like, my priorities in middle school were way different than my priorities now. In middle school, I had two priorities. Don't get an erection every time I sit down, and make it home in time to watch Dragon Ball Z. Those were my two priorities, okay? One of them I made, and it wasn't the one with boners, all right? In middle school, I could have gotten an erection watching a sewing machine. And I took home ec for 2 years in a row, so that was a thing that happened, okay, guys? Let me tell you the worst thing that ever happened to me from up until today. 26 years of life, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. My coach in PE, 8th grade, calls us all into the gym, says, take a seat. When you have sitting boner syndrome, those are the worst words in the English language, okay? So he explains for the next 10 minutes that we're gonna run the mile. Now, even though my body was taking a seat, some of me was standing right up like you're about to sing the national anthem at a baseball game, okay? He says, we're gonna run the mile. I run to the bathroom to try to piss away my shame. Guess what? Doesn't work. Coach is like, Wiegand, get out here. We gotta run the mile. The other kids have already started. So I sprint as fast as possible. Imagine a 12-year-old that looks like a police baton, basically. 90 degrees, 90 degrees. You guys know geometry, what I'm talking about. So I get out there and all the kids have already started. And I think that this is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me, so I gotta prevent anybody from seeing it. Because seriously, like, having a boner when trying to run the mile is like having a colonoscopy performed in front of a movie theater on the big screen, okay? Except everybody in the audience is the politeness and tact of 12-year-old boys. So, you can imagine I was not excited to be there. So in true 12-year-old logic, I'm like, listen, Matt Wiegand, this is what you gotta do. Your boner's sticking out like this. If I just bend over and become parallel with my penis, no one's gonna see me. Man, time flies when you're talking about dick standing erect. Am I right, Mike? 1 minute left, guys. So I run the rest of the mile looking like Quasimodo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame with a 12-year-old boner. Not that the erection was 12 years old, because that would be a record. Here's the worst part. Here's the worst part about the story is I came in second. So it wasn't like I was trying to hide in the back so no one can see me. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this. Everyone get out of my way. And they were like, get out of his way. Everybody get out of his way. We don't want to be around this 12-year-old. What's that kid's name? Oh yeah, faggot. Thank you very much, guys. My name's Matt Wiegand. Have a good night.